Cookie Queens is getting strong reviews from professional critics. New details are emerging from Harry and Meghan's appearance at the David Foster Foundation Gala, and David Foster himself is setting the record straight about a viral moment that sparked speculation online. Welcome to Royal Butterfly 994, where wings take flight. I'm Donna Miller, and this is your Royal Butterfly 994 weekend review for the week ending August 16, 2026. Every story in today's review is based on confirmed reporting available during this week's news cycle. When we revisit an earlier story, we'll explain why it remains relevant today. And if a story is still developing, I'll let you know. We begin with a follow-up on Cookie Queens, the documentary executive produced by Harry and Meghan through Archewell Productions. The film opened in 446 theaters across the U.S. and earned approximately $328,000 during its opening weekend, averaging about $735 per theater. Those numbers represent a modest theatrical opening, and at Royal Butterfly 994, we're going to report them exactly that way without turning box office results into predictions about Harry and Meghan's entire media future. A film's commercial performance is one part of its story. Another important part is how audiences and professional critics respond to the work itself, and that brings us to an interesting development. While Cookie Queens had a modest opening at the box office, professional critical reaction has leaned considerably more positive. At the time of our newsroom check, Rotten Tomatoes showed a 91% critic score from more than 50 reviews. RogerEbert.com responded warmly to the documentary, praising its charm while recognizing the more complicated realities underneath the Girl Scout cookie experience. We begin with a follow-up also highlighted the film's sweetness while noting its surprising honesty, and POV magazine praised its emotional richness and the way it uses cookie selling to explore larger questions about childhood, ambition, commerce, and growing up. Not every critic responded the same way, and that is important to acknowledge. Variety offered a more mixed assessment, arguing that Cookie Queens sometimes feels too much like a reality-style experience and could have examined the larger Girl Scout cookie business more deeply. The San Francisco Chronicle also praised the young girls at the center of the documentary while questioning whether some moments felt overly polished or staged. So the critical picture is not unanimous, and it doesn't have to be. What we can say fairly is that professional reviews have leaned strongly positive overall, with many critics responding to the Girl Scouts and the film's warmth, as well as its exploration of childhood and ambition, while others wanted the documentary to probe more deeply beneath the surface. We also have a follow-up from Prince Harry and Meghan's recent appearance at the David Foster Foundation's 40th anniversary celebration in British Columbia. Since the event, additional first-hand stories and behind-the-scenes moments have emerged. Singer Pia Toscano, who performed during the evening, later described a warm interaction with Meghan. Toscano, who is expecting a baby, said Meghan congratulated her on her pregnancy and spoke encouragingly with her about becoming a mother. Meghan also shared candid photographs and video from the event, including moments of herself and Harry enjoying the evening's musical performances. These details give us a more personal glimpse into an event whose primary purpose was raising support for families of children undergoing life-saving organ transplants. We also have a follow-up, another example of why we wait before treating a viral moment as fact. A short video from the David Foster Foundation Gala circulated online, with some viewers claiming that David Foster had ignored or snubbed Meghan on the red carpet. David Foster has now addressed that interpretation himself. He explained that he had already greeted Prince Harry and Meghan before the recorded moment and described the couple as his dear friends. That first-hand clarification matters. A few seconds of video can create an entire story online, but sometimes the people actually involved know something the internet doesn't. At Royal Butterfly 994, we would rather wait for additional context than turn speculation into a headline. And this week
Looking
gives us another
ahead,
example.
we'll continue watching the response to Cookie Queens as its theatrical run continues, including any additional reviews, audience reaction, or announcements connected to the documentary.
We'll also continue following confirmed developments involving Prince Harry, Meghan, Archewell Productions, the Invictus Games Foundation, and the charitable organizations they support. And as always, we won't chase every rumor. We'll bring you the stories we can verify and the context that helps make sense of them. Thank you for joining me for this week's review. Please like this video, subscribe to RoyalButterfly994, and share it with someone who enjoys thoughtful, respectful, and fact-based royal coverage. To support the channel, visit buymeacoffee.com, Royal Butty. Until next time, I'm Donna Miller, and this is Royal Butterfly 994, where wings take flight